Hello and welcome to all the viewers watching this video. I am Dr. Sweta Sharma, and in this video I am going to describe about the energy resources that are available to us on this planet. So first of all, one should know what are the energy resources and what is energy. So if we define energy in the terms of physics, then it is defined as the capacity to do work. So whatever we do in this planet or in this earth requires some or the other form of energy, and energy is present in different forms on this earth. Some of the energy can be used immediately in the form in which they are available to us, and some require transformation of its form. For instance, the solar energy that we obtain from the sun can be immediately used in the form of heat in which it is available to us. But if we take the example of wind, then it has to be transformed. For instance, the wind power that is generated by the windmills requires the transformation of the energy of the wind to electrical energy if it has to be used for lighting a bulb or powering a fan. And in this planet, sun is the primary source of energy. It provides heat or it warms the planet, and in addition it also gives energy to us in various forms, like the ultimate source of energy for all the animals and organisms on this earth is food, and the food is prepared by the autotrophic organisms or the producers in this ecosystem. The producers take the sunlight from the sun, and with the help of inorganic and organic elements like carbon dioxide, water vapors, inorganic nutrients like iron, carbon, magnesium, they synthesize their food, and this food is transferred to the trophic levels from the autotrophic to heterotrophic and to decomposers. We are in a series of food chain, and it gives energy to all the ecosystem. In addition, it also provides water in the form of hydrological cycle, because all the water that is present on this planet is present in the depressions like oceans, like rivers, ponds and lakes, and with the help of this hydrological cycle, which takes place by the evaporation of the water that is present in the oceans, that is present in the rivers or the lakes, and which helps in the formation of the clouds and their precipitation to the land surfaces. Therefore, it also provides water. In addition, it also provides us the fuel in the form of the biomass, which is present in the forest or in the agricultural waste products or in other agricultural and dairy products, and also the non-renewable form of fuels like coal, petrol, diesel. These were all formed as a result of the activity of the sun, because these fossil fuels are also derived from the vegetation that has been formed in prehistoric times by the activity of the sun. In addition, it also provides us the shelter or the habitat for various wildlife, because all the vegetation that is present on this earth is formed as a result of the sun or the solar radiation. In addition, the sun also provides us with various food materials. It also gives off oxygen during the process of the photosynthesis that we breathe in and take up, and breathe out the carbon dioxide. We use different energy sources for all the purposes that has been quoted in this slide. For example, it is used for various household purposes, like for lighting a bulb, for turning on a fan, or for all the electrical appliances that are present in our households. In addition, it is also used in the agricultural practices, especially in the modern day agriculture, which is heavily based on the use of chemical fertilizers, pesticides and irrigation systems. All these are dependent upon the energy sources. For example, if we are applying chemical fertilizers and pesticide to agricultural field, then they need to be prepared in an industry, and the industry cannot operate without the aid of the energy resources. In addition, the energy resources are also required for the production of the industrial goods, and they are also used for running various transport mediums that are associated either by the road or rail or waterways. So the energy resources have been classified into two broad categories. They can be either renewable energy resources or they can be non-renewable energy resources. So first of all, coming to non-renewable energy resources. As the name suggests, non-renewable energy resources are those resources that cannot be renewed in a given specific time frame, and the example for the non-renewable energy resources are the fossil fuels. These fossil fuels have been formed in prehistoric times by the activity of the sun, and they cannot be renewed in a given specific time. For instance, 2 or 3 days. It has taken approximately thousands and lakhs of years ago for their formation, and once they have been used or they are exhausted, they cannot be recreated or renewed, and therefore they are termed as non-renewable energy resources. At present, non-renewable energy resources are the major energy resources that are used by us. But the non-renewable resources pose various environmental challenges if they are being used by the modern day technological industries or the modern man. For instance, the biggest challenge before us for using non-renewable energy resources is that if we are using these non-renewable energy resources at the present rate, then in the next coming 20 or 50 years they all will be exhausted and they would not be available to us. And when these fuels are burned, they produce various waste byproducts. For instance, if they are used for firing an engine in industries or in vehicles, then they produce a lot of carbon dioxide, soot or smoke. These waste products are very injurious to our environment as they are a pollutant, and if they are dispersed in the atmosphere, then they cause various lung diseases, like they can cause asthma, they can cause bronchitis, and in extreme cases they can cause even lung cancers. And according to an estimate and according to a report, it has been highlighted that in the present time the death rates related with the air pollution has increased by approximately 30%, and therefore if we are not going to check the use of non-renewable energy resources, then they can be very injurious to our health. In addition, they also act as greenhouse gases. The pollutants like carbon dioxide have the capacity to absorb the outgoing terrestrial radiation, and the outgoing terrestrial radiation warms this planet. If more and more outgoing terrestrial radiation is absorbed on this earth, then the earth will get progressively warmed, and because of this warming, a phenomena which is called as climate change is taking place. The climate change is a very serious phenomena because it is going to disturb all the climatic factors that are taking place, and it can cause increased warming of this earth. In addition, it can also cause increased precipitation, and this can lead to flooding in some areas, and it can also lead to drought in some areas. In addition, it can also cause sea level rise, and it can also cause coastal and soil erosion also. Therefore, the use of non-renewable energy resources has to be managed and their use has to be decreased in order to save the humankind from the further environmental deterioration. The next energy resources are renewable energy resources. Renewable energy resources are those energy resources that can be renewed in a given specific time, and the examples for renewable energy resources are hydropower, solar, wind and geothermal. We also obtain renewable energy resources from the burning of the biomass and the agricultural based products also. Renewable energy, the advantages of using renewable energy resources are that they are greener and they produce less pollutants. But the disadvantage of using non-renewable energy resource is that at present our technology is not as efficient, and it only converts a very limited amount of renewable energy to the useful form of energy, and the cost of the renewable energy resources are also very high. So we have to work on the technologies for increasing their efficiency and decreasing the cost. this is all for this video. We will be discussing the next renewable energy resources in the next video. Thank you.